What's up, everyone? If your CPU runs hot, performance drops. A good cooler matters, but you don't have to overspend. Modern air coolers can rival liquid AIOs, even with today's high-wattage CPUs. I spent months testing the best air and liquid CPU coolers of 2026 for temps, noise, and compatibility. Today, I'm breaking down the top 9, from budget picks to premium liquid setups. Let's get into it. Starting at number 9, we have the Corsair A115, positioned as the most premium air cooler in this roundup. The A115 carries a minimalist aesthetic and is composed of high-quality materials. The design closely mirrors some of the Thermalright models we'll talk about later, but with Corsair's own design language layered in. Initially, the A115 was criticized for lacking support for newer Intel sockets, but it's since been updated to cover both the latest and older platforms, ensuring broad compatibility. So if you were holding off because of socket concerns, that's been resolved. Performance-wise, it delivers solid cooling with that premium Corsair build quality. The minimalist design looks clean in modern builds, and the materials feel substantial. It's at number 9 because while it's a good cooler with excellent build quality, the height clearance issues and premium pricing make it a harder sell when there are equally capable coolers that are more affordable and easier to fit. At number 8, we've got the Noctua NH-D15, a fan favorite that has consistently stood the test of time as one of the best CPU air coolers on the market. The NH-D15 comes in at a somewhat higher price point than budget options, but this is well justified by the performance metrics. This thing can handle pretty much anything you throw at it. 4K gaming? No problem. Workstation applications? It's got you covered. There are some limitations when serious overclocking is involved with high-end CPUs, but for most users, this cooler will provide exactly the performance you're looking for. The build quality is exceptional. This is Noctua we're talking about. The included fans are some of the best in the business, balancing performance with relatively quiet operation. It's at number 8 because while it's an excellent, proven cooler with fantastic build quality and support, the price is steep compared to newer competitors that offer similar or better performance at a lower cost. Coming in at number 7 is the Noctua NH-P1, my pick for best fanless CPU cooler. This is a unique fanless cooler that delivers truly silent cooling at the cost of slightly reduced thermal performance. And I mean truly silent, zero noise, because there are literally no fans. Don't look to this cooler if you need every last bit of performance for overclocking or if you're running a high TDP CPU at maximum load constantly. But if you're a user who prefers absolute silence and runs more common workloads, it's a fantastic option. Even if you run intense multi-core workloads, there won't be much performance loss. In testing with AMD's Ryzen 9995 using Cinebench R23, the thermal performance was surprisingly good for a fanless design. Not only is the NH-P1 the strongest fanless solution available for typical PC users, but it's also the only one that's easily available for purchase. It's at number 7 because it's exceptional at what it does, silent cooling, but it's a specialized product. At number 6, we have the NZXT Kraken Elite RGB 2024, my pick for best liquid cooler with a screen. If that sounds absurd to you, this cooler probably isn't for you. This is for people who want a showcase build, and that's exactly what the Kraken Elite delivers. The vibrant screen can show system metrics, a picture of your cat, animations, or short video clips. It's very visible through a glass side panel with a diffused RGB lighting ring around the screen to draw the eye. Performance-wise, the Kraken Elite is right in the mix with most other 360mm liquid coolers. There's rarely much between the top coolers these days. It does slip up slightly in testing for how long it takes to return to idle temperature, possibly due to the F-Series fans, which spin slower than some competitors. It's at number 6 because while the screen is genuinely cool and the performance is solid, you're paying a significant premium for aesthetics. Number 5 brings us the Be Quiet Light Loop, my pick for best high-end liquid cooler. This cooler crushed our testing suite, which hammers it with various workloads in gaming and beyond. The downside to its excellent thermal performance is the fans are pretty loud at full speed. The pump, on the other hand, is only audible at full speed if you turn all the fans off and try to listen for it, which isn't a situation you'll find yourself in often. Both the fans and the cold plate cover feature RGB lighting. The finned finish looks great whether the lighting is enabled or not, and the fans light up from the central hub outwards. Installation is relatively straightforward, even though there are many steps to get it pieced together. For AMD Ryzen owners, the pump is mounted slightly off-center to hit those hotspots and keep temperatures low. It's at number 5 because it offers excellent thermal performance, the refillable design extends longevity, and the price is reasonable for a high-end liquid cooler. At number 4, we've got the Thermalright Assassin X 120 RSE, my pick for best entry-level air cooler. Our testing shows it delivers essential cooling performance that's sufficient for most users while also keeping noise levels low. It's a single-tower design, which means better RAM clearance than dual-tower alternatives. The 1-year warranty is less than most of the competition, which typically offers 2 to 3 years. But here's the thing. If the fan goes in a couple of years, you can probably afford to replace it considering how affordable this cooler is. Performance won't blow your mind, but it's genuinely good for the price. For mid-range CPUs running at stock speeds, this handles thermals without breaking a sweat. Noise levels stay reasonable even under load. It's at number 4 because it offers exceptional value for budget builds. If you're running a mid-range CPU and don't plan to overclock, why spend $50 to $100 on a cooler when this gets the job done for a fraction of the price? Save that money for a better GPU or more storage. Coming in at number 3 is the Thermalright Phantom Spirit 120 SE, an air cooler with a dual-tower design. Having 2 towers is a bit of a double-edged sword. It theoretically doubles the cooling potential, which is great, but it also reduces clearance inside your case, particularly around RAM. The additional footprint of dual-tower coolers often extends above the RAM DIMMs, so even low-profile RAM kits can pose issues. With a maximum fan speed of 1,500 RPM, the Phantom Spirit 120 SE leans toward quieter operation. While air coolers are often criticized for noise, this model stays restrained, producing around 30 decibels even under load. That's comparable to soft whispering. In a quiet room, you'll barely notice it. Thermal performance is excellent for the price. It competes with coolers that cost significantly more while maintaining that quiet operation. It's at number 3 because it offers fantastic cooling performance, excellent noise levels, and broad compatibility at a reasonable price. At number 2, we have the Thermalright Royal Predator 130, my pick for best big air CPU cooler. Thermalright has long been delivering impressive cooling at prices the competition can't match. But the Royal Predator 130 shattered my expectations, once again raising the bar for what I consider possible with air cooling, both in terms of maximum theoretical performance and when the fans are set to run quietly. If you're looking for the best air cooler on the market and don't mind spending around $50, the Royal Predator 130 is what you should buy. It handles extreme thermal loads while maintaining low noise levels. For content creators, engineers, or anyone running CPU-intensive workloads regularly, this is the air cooler to get. It's at number 2 because it represents the pinnacle of air cooling performance at a price that's still reasonable. It's overkill for most users, but for those who need maximum air cooling performance, nothing beats it. And finally, at number 1, the Thermalright Peerless Assassin 120 SE. The Peerless Assassin 120 SE lives up to its name, delivering the best overall performance from an air cooler at a price that undercuts the competition. In our tests, it performed so well when cooling a Core i9-12900K that we retested it multiple times to make sure the results were correct. When the CPU was drawing over 200 watts, the Peerless Assassin 120 SE cooled it better than the tested competition. At lower thermal and TDP settings, it performed even better relative to alternatives. This thing punches way above its weight class. Whether you care about value or not, you should consider this cooler for your next system build. so long as your case has room for it. It's at number 1 because it offers exceptional thermal performance, low noise levels, and multiple color options, and all at a price that makes premium coolers look overpriced. Alright, those are the top 9 CPU coolers of 2026, tested and ranked. Good cooling means better performance, less noise, and longer CPU life. Just match the cooler to your CPU and case. Drop a comment with your cooler, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.